And though millions will mourn the tragic passing of Mr. Milligan's unique and eccentric talent, we have been asked by the trustee of his estate, a Miss Glenda Plunge of Latex Dungeon, Soho, to honour his memory in the way that he would surely have wished.
Arigato, Athor. I see that Assassin's Creed and Ghost of Yotei have not made it on the list of Game of the Year. What is going on? Now, ladies and gentlemen, ahead of the 11th of December 2025 Video Gay Awards with your very own gay host, Jeff Keighley. I know the dude is married, but I still contest to this day he's married to another dude. Because why not, folks? It's the modern audience and a modern era. But of course now I have to talk about the video games that have been nominated, and I have to say, phew, it's a bit of a sigh of relief that two offenders are not on the list. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you very much. Yeah, she's mind venom. Stay away, you beast. Here we go. That part place, the Game Awards 2025 announcements, and the picks are that Clear Obscure Expedition 33 is leading the way, which is great news for Sandfall Interactive Games. I don't think they were even contemplating this moment. Their game is so spotlighted. Is spotlighted the word? Well, it's a word now. Because again, you know, the game was a success. You had the usual culprits coming out, calling it a racist game or it's a woke game, which none of it was, by the way. It's absolutely silly because it's set in a alternate reality of France back in the day. Was it 18th, 19th century? I can't remember now. It's been so long since I've actually touched the game. But Forrest Manus, again, that name still makes me laugh, covers this article here. So on the 17th of November, Jeff Keighley announced the nominees for this year's Game of the Year Awards. Again, why do we have a Game of the Year Awards? Because in my own mind, it's up to the fans what they think is their Game of the Year. I don't know why Jeff Keighley thinks this is such an important point to always make every year. It used to be good when it was the Spike Video Game Awards. I quite liked that ceremony. It was a bit more raucous and a bit unpredictable. Then it all got dialed down to make it very safe and silly for the consumers to watch.
It's been 10 years since Spike's first VGAs. We were all younger then. What are you looking at? You think babies don't like video games? And you don't know shit about babies.
Clear Obscure Expedition 33 is already regarded by many fans as this year's greatest release. It managed to sell 5 million copies in just 5 months worldwide and has received 12 nominations for the Game Awards. Due to the game's immense success, Sandfall Entertainment, not interactive as I said before, working on a huge content drop as a thank you gift to fans. The studio says this update will include a new environment for players to explore, as well as additional late game bosses. Of course, Sandfall Entertainment are also made up of ex-Ubisoft employees, which I think is a real kick in the gut for Yves Guillemot. Now, along with Game of the Year, it's also earned nominations for Best Art Direction, Audio Design, Game Direction, Narrative Score, and Music, and Best RPG. Actors Charlie Cox, Jennifer English, and Ben Starr have all landed nominations for Best Performances, which is insane. Additionally, and I think there's a spelling mistake there from Mr. Manus, Expedition 33 sits among the nominees for Best Debut Indie Game, Best Independent Game, although some disagree with his categorization. And of course, it's a game that has had a little bit of fake controversy attached to it, so stupid. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, not to be confused with the Chris Rea song, crafted by celebrity director Hideo Kojima, DS2 has more than left its mark on the gaming world. And of course, we know about that. The game has received near perfect scores. Its nominations include Best Art Direction, Audio Design, Direction, Narrative Score, Music, Best Action Adventure. Donkey Kong Bonanza, praised for its surprising depth of gameplay and challenging late-game content, Donkey Kong Bonanza stands as an anomaly within Nintendo's library of titles. Well, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy, although I'm keeping a very close eye on the live-action Zelda movie. If this were to win, it will become Nintendo's first GOTY, not GAY, winner, which doesn't include Mario or Link. This nomination brings Astro Bot to mind, which shocked gamers everywhere when it won Game of the Year, or Rare in that case, in the year of 2024. Hades 2, I've not played the first one. I've not looked at it too much. Not sure if I like the character design or the actual concept of the gameplay. Not sure if it resonates with me, so I'm not going to say bad things about it. I've not actually seen much gameplay. Hollow Knight Silksong, again, it's another one of those games. I never played it. It looks nice. Is it made for me? Probably not. I'm more of an action RPG kind of guy. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think I've exhausted myself talking about this game ad nauseum at the beginning of this year. Honestly, when Kingdom Come Deliverance 3 comes out, I think I'm just going to steer clear, to be honest. I mean, it was fun to talk about Daniel Brava being an absolute bass guy. Then suddenly he turned on these high heels and decides to give you a gay option if you want it in the game. So I thought, my God, this guy can't either make up his mind whether he's for us or against the chuds. Do you know what I mean? And it turns out in the end, it was kind of a split 50-50, really. I mean, they wanted KCD to be nominated. They've got their wish because I guess Daniel Brava had to bend the knee, didn't he? Just to make sure, because the first game, if you don't know, was problematic because it was just a purely white game and there was no diverse characters in it. And this time, Brava made sure that that was all accounted for. So that's it, folks. Now, again, I understand that this video might not be your type of thing, but I do cover video game news here as well as movie and TV news, and I thought it was worth a mention because I'm glad to see that Sandfall Entertainment and Claire Obscure Expedition 33 has done well. Look, even if that game doesn't walk away with the major awards it's been nominated for, the fact it's still here with other contenders really makes it an outlier to hopefully win everything. Oh, let's sit down and let's stand up. Let's sit down again and let's do some buffoonery here for this silly video today, because over to our Japanese correspondent, and I'm going to ask him why Ghost of Yotei and even Assassin's Creed Shadows, because they're both Japanese set games, weren't in this year's Game of the Year Awards hosted by the very gay Jeff Keighley. Mr. Japanese correspondent, what do you have to say regarding this dreadful news that's obviously going to hurt PlayStation and Ubisoft? What do you have to say about that? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, straight from the horse's mouth himself. I have no fucking clue what he said either, but that's why you always come to my videos as opposed to in them. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed that video today, and if you want to look at my back catalogue, because it's quite vast, 1,400 plus videos, you can either tap on this card right here, or maybe stretching my hand over my head, that one there. Oh, I do like the thumbnail of that one, don't you?